Okay guys, now we're going to do the front brakes on this car. We already did the oil change today, and I don't have the right size in the gun. For anybody who didn't watch the other video, this is a 2003 Honda Accord with the front brakes. What he did was, obviously, took the tire off. If you don't know that, you probably shouldn't be doing these. But this is a tutorial video, I guess. So here we are. So now bring the camera in. Now we're going to be doing brakes and rotors on this car. So the first thing we got to do is take these two bolts off the caliper here to get the caliper off. So coincidentally had to use a strip bolt set in order to get this bolt out, which is probably not going to come out now, because whoever did them before me rounded out the bolt. So here we are. We got that one out. Caliper should slide off, which I'm sure today it's not gonna, because that's the way my day is going. Just a very second. I don't know whatever happened to just doing brakes and being done with it. Now everything's got to be a fight all the time. But again, here we are. Now that we got the two bolts off the caliper, now we got to take these two bolts off here so that we can get the bracket off, because again, we are doing brakes and rotors. If you were just doing brakes, you would obviously stop here and compress the piston and put the pads back in, which we're going to get to in a few minutes. So there's the first one. I have the socket upside down. Okay, and the second one. Here's the bracket. For most of you guys, your cars probably aren't going to have these set screws in here, but the guy that I bought the car from did everything at the dealer, so they put the set screws back in, but they rounded out the bolt on the caliper. Go figure that one out, right? So what you're going to want to do is get an impact driver, and you're going to hit, which should release. Try this one, maybe. Came right out. And essentially that's what should happen. Bottom one, I guess, just needs a little bit more attention. Look at that, it's chewed out. Which, if it is, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, there we go. So, let me take this out, and we'll see if this rotor slides off or not. And it comes off nice and easy. Which, this time we got lucky. Wow, look at that, huh? Now usually you should tie that up or something, but again, here in my garage, on my own cars, I don't care. Wow, look at that, huh? Oof. Now we're opening our rotors. bought from none other than DAS. Okay, so obviously when you rotors, you want to spray them down, wipe them off. They have a film that they come with, so make sure you want to get all that off before they go on. Just give it a nice wipe. Completely warped. The new rotor now, once you line it up, slides back on like so. I'm a little bit delirious because we're having an annoying time here today, but you guys don't need to know about that. You guys just need to know about the good stuff. So now we have the rotor back on, held with the set screws, which again are absolutely useless, but we don't need to go into that discussion. Now we're going to take this bracket and get that nice and bolted back in. Threads in nice and good. Now I'm going to do this one, and hopefully that will do the same. Now what we're going to do next is not put it back in with the air. We'll use a 1/2-inch ratchet, with no socket on it, because I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm going backwards. No, now we're going backwards. And now what we're going to do is pull these pins out. Oh boy. So that next time we go to do them, this doesn't happen. Ah, man, I tell you, I just can't win today. Okay, so now that we finally got this stupid pin out of here, which didn't want to come out, it was seized in there, now we're going to go ahead and tighten all this up. Now what we're going to do is grease up these caliper pins, which evidently the last people who did the brakes, they didn't do that, which would be why none of them wanted to come out. And you're going to slip that right back inside. Throw some grease on this one. Okay. This one goes on the bottom here. And what we need to do now is press the piston back in. With the sensor, goes on the back. Slides in like so. Okay, so our camera just died, so we had to switch off to something else here. So as I was saying, slip the brake pads in like so. Usually you want to take a wire brush, clean these out a little bit. But I'm already a little bit annoyed because this is taking a lot longer than it should have today. So I didn't do that. Now what we're going to do is put this piston back in so we can put the caliper back on. Now, the one that I have happens to use a socket. Most of them, you just have a turn knob, and basically you just want to go nice and easy all the way through until it can't go anymore. Okay, that's nice and tight, so that should be compressed all the way. Now we're going to loosen this back up. So now we're going to just, this ever wants to go in. I guess it would go in if it was lined up properly. So you just want to get that nice and hand tight just to get it started. And you, oops, bottom one, and you make these nice and hand tightened. And then once you do that, you get the socket. I think this is the right size. Find out in a second. Nope. And these don't get over tightened. These just need to be nice and snug. You never want to over tighten these because then you get what happened when they try to take it out. And those are your front brakes on 2003 Honda Accord.